Hey there.
Hello, sir.
Oh, how you doing?
Pretty good. I think we got things settled this week here in the studio.
Yeah.
It looks a little better.
I love it. We're adding to this studio. You guys can't see it because it's all behind the cameras. It's the cameras themselves. But man, this setup's incredible.
Yeah, I think it's working out pretty well. It's all hidden, and we got laptops, cameras. It's almost like a real show here.
Yeah. The gambling man sure looks different today.
An Adam. Oh, it's a 101.
Boys and girls at home and kids in the gallery, let's go!
Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Back to the Future. I'm your host, Ricky, a.k.a. Mr. eBay. And I'm joined by my co-host and partner in crime, Dr. Chad.
Someone called for a doctor?
How you doing, Doc?
I'm good, buddy.
We've got 3 episodes in this episode.
Oh, it's a big
We have so much content, so much hobby content.
Yes,
Prepare to drop your pants, kick your feet up, and enjoy the show.
I already have.
It's a requisite in studio.
Yes.
I noticed one of our listeners for Secret Santa said clothing optional, I assume.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's the type of show we run here.
Well, before we jump into, we've got some awesome hobby content. I'm not going to tease it just yet, but before we get into that, Chad, do we have any show announcements?
Yeah, sure thing. We want to remind people of a couple of things. First of all, we have a website, pttfpodcast.com. From there, you can view our YouTube episodes, listen to our podcast. Also, you can go click on our affiliate links up in the top corner, which I'll show people here shortly. From there, if you're going to go purchase eBay, please go click this link first. It is free for you to use. It is simple. It takes a matter of seconds, and then the show gets a small commission in the process,
Which helps us immensely.
it really does. So much so. As a quick aside, we are no longer getting PayPal. What is it called? It's not creditors. It's PayPal collection emails.
We're not getting them?
Yeah, we're not getting any more. They have stopped sending us PayPal collections emails
Hey.
for that PayPal credit line that we didn't know that we had.
And just to pull the curtain back a little, most of this money that we're collecting goes back to you guys, the listeners. They go to our Secret Santas, which we're going to get to in a minute. They go out
Yes.
to our prizes for reviews.
Yeah.
It reinvests this back into you guys. So just know that we're not getting rich off this. This is simply to help us keep our show more exciting and more generous to all of you.
pttfpodcast.com. Click on the sponsors, and that will help us.
Yes.
Now, speaking of prizes going out to listeners,
Mhm.
we do have a new review through the old Apple Podcasts.
Oh.
So let's see if I can share this one as well. Boy, let's really get complicated here. But for everyone who's listening, go over to Apple, click on the show. We would love it if you left a 5-star rating and left us a nice review. And if you do that, we're going to read it on the air, just as we're going to attempt to do now.
Which also helps us. It helps us reach a bigger audience. It helps us connect with more listeners. It's going to make events like Secret Santa and this show continue to grow and be able to do more cool things. So it literally is a free thing you can do, super easy, not time consuming, and it helps us out so much.
It really does. So the one that we have here, let's see if I can go to this. I can't show it at the same time, but that's just fine. Let me go ahead and read it. We have one from Frog, FRAWG 2323.
Okay.
Anyone who is a collector should listen, but this show is so much more than about cards. We learned that Ricky is an easy win if you play him in college football 25. The Gambler gives us the inner workings of being a degenerate gambler and how to spend units wisely. Chad has his ghost hunting stories, not to mention wrestling and soaking. 5 stars. So thank you more than just sports cards.
That's someone who gets the show.
That is someone who gets the show. And you know what? Reach out to us. Do so within the next week, and we'll send you a little prize pack.
Yes. That's
So-
awesome.
We very much appreciate that for everyone who listens on iTunes. Ricky, I think as far as show notes go, that's about it. We do want to remind everyone who is on the podcast forum to go check us out on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and you can join us live or even listen after the fact. That chat during the live stream that we're having now is usually a blast.
Yes.
And I anticipate it will be no different tonight.
Yeah, and if you want to understand why we sometimes stop talking for a couple seconds and are quietly laughing our butt off, it's because of these comments. They literally stop the show. So if you want the full PTTF experience, go back in and either check us out live or go back into YouTube and find that live tab where all our shows are saved.
Yes. I do have a mail day.
Yeah.
Do you want to get to the mail day before we jump into product releases, or do you want to do product releases first?
I want to do Secret Santa first.
Love it.
The taper.
Sorry.
Yeah. Did I screw that up? So Ricky sent me over a music clip. You may recall last week we announced Secret Santa. And in doing so, we had some very depressing Christmas music that we played. Not this week, baby.
No.
'Cause Ricky is on the ball. Yeah. Oh, this is a little jingle.
I looked up upbeat Christmas songs.
Hey, this is great. We got a little dance in here in the studio.
That's right. So here's what you guys got to know, because you meatheads don't listen to the full episode. If you're listening to this Saturday, October 26th, as it releases via podcast form, you have 1 day, right?
Yeah.
One
That's
day.
factually correct.
Sunday, October 27th is your last day to tell us you are interested. Send it to @PackToTheFuture Podcast on Instagram. Send us your, let us know you're interested. We need your full name and address, and we need top 3 teams or players you collect so that we can pass it on to your Secret Santa. $20 to $25 minimum. There's no maximum. You can be as generous as you want, but people tend to be in a pretty similar range throughout this.
Yeah.
And all I have to say, the last thing I got to say, Chad, is take a risk and join us. If you think you can follow through with this, take a risk and join us on the show. We do get strict on timelines, but this is a really fun and relaxed experience after you get your cards and send them in to us. Yeah. And in addition to having a great time with everyone live on an episode, you'll be added to the super secret PTTF show Instagram chat.
That might be the best prize in itself.
Easily.
Yes.
That thing is an animal. It's so much fun. Chad and I are both in it.
Yeah.
All sorts of listeners, our best listeners are in there. All the people you hear us talking about, you get to interact with us 365, 24/7.
It's true. And sometimes we get a pocket dial because you can call people there.
Yes.
And we do have a mandatory rule. If someone answers, you have to go on camera.
Yes.
If you are the culprit of the pocket dial, and you would not believe the places that we see people, including Ricky, as you may recall from a month ago when we called you on the show.
That's right. On the crapper.
Yes, indeed. So this is an experience unlike anything you will ever have. Ricky said it best. Take a chance. You will not regret it.
Yeah, I know that can be kind of nerve-wracking reaching out to a podcast or a show you like to listen to. I feel that way with shows I listen to. I'm telling you, we don't bite. We're super nice. We're going to welcome you in with love and arms. Take the risk. Reach out to us. I want this to be our biggest Secret Santa of all time.
We're just two fools doing some things.
That's right. How many we got so far?
We've got a good crew.
Do we?
We're close to the same number that we had last year, just off of 1 week of announcement alone.
Yeah, we love that.
Yes.
So get with us. You can ask us any questions in the chat at Pack to the Future Podcast on Instagram. We'll be quick to answer them. But it's so much fun. So much fun. So please, please, please join us.
I love it.
Okay. Well, now you've all been warned.
It's a good warning.
Let's I don't know. I'm down to do a mail day or product release, whatever jingles
The
your
throat's
jingle.
cleared. Everyone's heard it. Let's do product release. Please welcome
do it.
into the studio.
Hi.
Miss Sarah. Now, we have to say this from the start. We didn't necessarily talk about her coming back on
No.
until we started getting texts today.
Exactly.
Guys, I hope you're ready for some products. This is more research than has ever been done on the show.
Ever. By any of us.
Yeah, certainly by the two of us. Sarah,
Yes.
you got some things for us.
Yes. Also, my headphones are broken, and so they only work if I'm holding them. So that's why my hand is in the air.
All right.
Okay.
Do we want a little background music for this?
Yeah, I think so. I think that would be great.
Okay. So first up is the 2024 Leaf Metal Baseball. The release date is tomorrow. Well, while we're recording this, Friday, October 25th.
Oh, she's learning on the fly
There
about
we
these
go.
things. There we go.
5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. There are 7 cards per hobby pack and 14 per jumbo. The base set has 118 cards. So there's a hobby and a jumbo box.
Okay.
Um,
Similar to Topps baseball,
Yeah.
right? Leafs kind of.
Do you have
Mimicking that.
auto breakdowns? Like what's in the packs?
so I have in the hobby box, I have 1 Mojo autograph, 4 additional autographs, and 2 total base cards or parallels. Is that what you're looking for?
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And this is a product that normally I would crap on because it's unlicensed.
Yeah.
So they don't get any of the logos on there.
And
just
it's
doesn't
baseball.
sit right.
I say go for it.
Yeah.
Baseball, I'm all in. But I think while it may not be for you and I, Chad,
Mhm.
I think that this is a product that is for many people.
Oh, I see.
The great thing about Leaf that you have to recognize is they have to overcome that non-licensing.
Oh, yeah.
So they've put like 5 autographs in a box of these cards. And I anticipate a lot of these autos are going to be pretty big names to make up for the fact that, hey, you're not getting a licensed product. And that's what Leaf's traditionally done, we've found. So this might be a great product to get some good autographs of players you love.
You're not wrong. As I pull up the show page, the first couple that pop up on here, Albert Pujols, Ellie De La Cruz.
Yeah.
I mean, those are even 2 names that I know. So
Right.
yeah, you're not wrong.
I think you're going to get some name recognition with this one.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the jumbo box has 1 Pulsar autograph, 1 slabbed auto proof, 8 additional autographs, and 4 total base cards or parallels.
I'm almost interested to get the jumbo just to see that slabbed proof, like what that looks like.
It would be interesting. And you know that the product is going to be cheaper than traditional other boxes that we could be buying at this time.
100%.
And then there was a lot of information on the website, just a ton. But the only thing that stood out to me was Anime Nation autographs because I recognized most of the names.
The
There's
anime name or different names?
No, the names of the people.
Oh, I see.
Oh,
John
Just
Daly-
because
Oh.
you are my lovely wife does
Yes.
not mean that you are proof from the absolute bogus talk and the vulgar talk. Like it's still going to be coming towards.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The anime thing. I don't know. That's where I was going with that.
Sorry if you're offended
No,
by us.
I live with him.
She gets it. I'm sorry, Sarah. Continue.
So the names I recognize: John Daly out of 10, Michael Phelps out of 10, Mike Tyson out of 10,
Wow.
Ric Flair out of 10, and Shaquille O'Neal out of 10. It didn't say if you get an ear with the Mike Tyson cards.
I was getting ready to tease her for knowing all these anime names. Those are some recognizable names.
They are. Those are big names. I mean, Leafs has slowly been doing some things.
They do. That's the only way they can stay alive.
Yeah.
Right. Like, and they do. They deliver with the autos.
I know that Brian Gray has left Leaf because he was Leafs guy, right? Yeah.
Right.
When we were at the Dallas card show with Kyle and Carter a couple years ago at trade night, I remember he had a booth where he just sat back and he just had stacks of cash. That was his whole booth. He just set out cash and he just sat back. And we just all looked at him like, what is this? Like, what is Leaf? But I think since then they've been doing some things and I'm intrigued by it.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, I don't know that it's for you and I right now, but
Agreed.
it's pretty cool.
What else you got?
Okay, so then I have the 2024 Panini Select WNBA basketball. The release date is also Friday, October 25th. So yesterday, if you're listening on Saturday. 5 cards per pack, 12 packs per box. Chad told me that there is no retail. I don't know what that
I
means.
didn't see a retail product for this.
Interesting.
Indeed, because
Because that was your biggest complaint about Select.
yes, when retail started coming out, of course, the product gets watered down.
Right.
And I really quit collecting it because of that. I could not find retail here. Now, we started our online show a little bit earlier than normal, so we don't have our typical crowd in here to correct me if I'm wrong.
We've got our WNBA expert in here. Though.
We do. So if someone knows that there is a retail product, let us know. In my research, I cannot find that.
But that and it is worth noting. And sorry, Sarah, if I step on
fine.
your toes, but it is the first time that WNBA Select has come out. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
That's
It's
cool.
a big deal.
So they have a 5 card per pack, hobby and first off the line, 12 packs per box, hobby and first off the line, 12 boxes per case, hobby and first off the line, and the set size is 250 cards.
All right.
In the hobby box, they have 3 total autographs or memorabilia cards and 12 parallels. And in the first off the line box, there's 1 pink shimmer autograph, 2 total additional autographs or memorabilia cards, 2 pink shimmer parallels, and 10 additional parallels.
Some of these inserts, Sarah, I know that you can't see the StreamYard right now that we're running, but Ricky, you can. Take a look at that color blast.
It's incredible.
Whoa.
No, it's pretty exciting. I got to admit, like,
Wow.
the WNBA has arrived.
It has.
I was doing some research. They've upped their regular season by 4 games, from 40 to 44 starting next year. I've never heard so much talk about the WNBA until this year, or the last couple of years. And now we're getting tent pole products that are now releasing WNBA. I mean, this is a big deal.
I'm blown away by the look of these cards.
They're incredible.
I really am. I mean, I assume that this gold that we're seeing here is either out of 10 or almost has that super factor look with the gold vinyl. I know that it's Panini and not Topps, but these are just good looking cards.
Yeah. No, they're incredible. They have the same signature select parallels and inserts, and they just look amazing.
Just pop. Wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then this one piqued my interest because it is Allen and Ginter, which I know is a favorite of you guys's.
Yeah. Ricky does love him smelling a Ginter.
That is being released on Wednesday, October 30th. There are 8 cards per pack, 24 packs per box. And there's 12 boxes per case. The set size is 350 cards. So you have 3 total autographs in a hobby box.
Yep.
So 3 total autographs, memorabilia cards, rip cards, or original Allen and Ginter cards. Autograph and memorabilia cards. They have framed baseball autographs with more than 150 past and present players available. 50 mini non-baseball autographs, including Usain Bolt, Chuck Norris, Jeff Probst, and Danielle Fishel, who played Topanga on Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
And as Sarah,
Topanga.
we might need some Topangas in here. We might need to go to bed with some Topanga.
Oh, man.
cards.
Topanga.
She has a podcast.
What?
Yeah.
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 Boy Meets World podcast.
Man. Yeah. Topanga. She was one of my first crushes.
Oh, yes.
Topanga.
She's very pretty.
Oh, yeah. No, and as Sarah just pointed out, and Beckett said, I'm stealing this from Beckett's site, anything goes with Allen and Ginter. As with every other year. Literally, you could find anything in this product.
They also have memorabilia full-sized cards that come in 2 different designs. Memorabilia framed minis that are similar to autographs, only with swatches instead of signatures. Lineup card relics and mini DNA relics with dinosaur pieces are also available.
What? Dino pubes?
That's what I thought she was going to say instead of pieces. I was like, oh, she's caught on.
Dino pube. We could insert it and become dinos.
God, how do we not? They even have a chili dog card.
What?
Yeah. So they're introducing ballpark bites, available as both a mini set and as oversized box loaders. These look at the snacks and treats available at baseball stadium concession stands.
Could you imagine? You open a box of Allen and Ginter, and inside there's an actual box of stale popcorn.
And Cracker Jacks.
Yeah, and Cracker Jacks. So you can snack while you're opening up your packs.
That would be taking the bubble gum in the back of the packs to the next level.
Yeah.
So other inserts include standard size baseball inserts in action variations and cycle succession. Mini inserts have rookie design variations and scarce 2023 World Series champion and uniform countdown. History and nature are 50 state minis, flags of world minis, buzzin', batoids beneath mini, swamp creatures mini, X-rayed, world's tallest mountains, and sister that looks at various
too much.
sister cities.
They're losing me.
No, but this is why, because I'm such an Allen and Ginter homer and Rube and Boob, that half of my cold storage with all my junk wax is full of me trying to collect this goddamn set. It is the biggest set ever known to man. I swear to God.
This is the last part, but I think it's the best one.
Yeah.
It said rip cards return in 2024, which makes me believe that they did not have rip cards last year.
That's got Papa eBay's.
They did have rip cards last
It
year.
says they return.
I think it's just coming back.
I see.
Yeah, coming back for another
I
year.
thought it was breaking
It's a
news.
staple of this product. And Rick, Papa eBay is going to be over the moon for that. I might need to get him a box to give a shot
Yeah.
at a rip card.
I think you should. Comes out on Wednesday.
Oh, you know where I'll be.
Very nice. Yeah, you do have a
For
history.
all our local listeners, you know where to find me Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Overtime cards, this corner 106 South and State Street.
The set size is 350 cards, but just the base parallels total in 400 to collect the whole set, just so you know.
One day I'm going to do it.
And then we have 2024 Panini Certified Football, which also releases Wednesday, October 30th.
Okay.
There's 5 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 16 boxes per case. Set size is 242 cards. The hobby box has 1 freshman fabric signature, 1 additional autograph, 2 memorabilia cards, 10 inserts, 3 parallels, and 2 total rookies or rookie parallels.
Okay. Certified something you and I would dabble in when we got back into the hobby.
Yeah.
And I always thought it was okay.
Yes.
I always
agreed.
preferred Don Russ Elite to the certified. And I put those two kind of together, at least from a timeline standpoint. But certified, in my mind, kicks off the football card season.
Agreed. And, I think we both fell away from certified, but as after the pandemic, it's almost one of the more affordable boxes you can sometimes find.
Right.
And so I could see us dabbling in certified again. I just don't like their logo. It looks like a cemetery logo.
Interesting. I've never thought of that, but it kind of does.
There's a cemetery around here that has a similar logo. I can't.
Larkin.
Larkin. Thank you.
Yeah.
It looks like Larkin Cemetery's logo.
I've investigated a mortuary and caught a voice on a recorder.
Did it say certified?
It did. It said, "Don't buy certified." It's like, what? My God. It's great advice from the beyond.
You're an idiot.
It's a fun product.
But I still make you laugh.
You do.
It might be a little more expensive than NBA hoops, but it's the NBA hoops of football, in my opinion.
So take a look at these cards. They did an interesting job, I think, with color matching at least what they're showing. So they show JJ McCarthy, the Vikings purple. The outside of that card is very purple.
Now, if they do that with every card,
Patty Mahomes. I wonder if these are parallels they don't show us. Let's take a look at some of the autographs. Of course, here they've got Champ Bailey sticker autograph.
it is sticker, but I like the design.
Boy, that's just a lot of color.
It's a lot. I
It's
agree.
a lot of color. What do we have here? A patch auto of Michael Penix Jr.
Stop insulting us with the patches. Just get rid of them, Panini.
That patch is amazing, but we all know that it doesn't come from
Came from
anything.
fans.
Yeah. Now this Night Moves insert looks a lot like Color Blast.
It does.
Is what they're trying to do. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I could be up for that.
Now, if every card is team colored, I can get behind. I might dabble in a box.
You do like the colors.
I love the color match.
That's been your thing.
That has.
This rookie certifications looks like a pretty cool insert with also the rookie card badge on it. So I like the look of that as well. Yeah, I don't know. It looks all right. Oh, Mighty. See, the Mighty looks very similar to the other insert.
Yeah.
And really, they're just taking that Color Blast theme and just exploiting it.
Yep. Yeah, I just hate that logo. I hate it so bad. But no, it's a. Oh boy, I don't know.
I think it's a good product that if you want to open up cards, you don't have a ton of money to open up the high end stuff, and you just want to have something fun to open while you watch football. It's probably a pretty good one.
Yeah,
I won't be buying it.
Yeah, I'm on the fence. I've never been so much on the fence.
You just don't like it.
I hate the logo. I love the color parallels. Oh, F me. I'm a mess.
Okay. 2024 Panini Prism Draft Picks Football, also Wednesday, October 30th. 10 cards per pack, 4 cards, 4 packs per box. Is that the one I just did? No, that was certified.
No, that was certified. You're
Okay.
doing great.
16 boxes per case. I guess it's just similar numbers.
Yes.
The set size is to be announced. And so I was kind of wondering if this was going to get pushed, but it still lists as October 30th on Beckett.
Yeah. Welcome to Panini. They can't get things right. They can't do things in a timely manner. They confuse sets, so things sound the same.
Is this sorry, you probably said it. Is this draft picks football or basketball?
Draft Picks Football.
Football.
I think I'm out on college football products.
Yeah.
I think we screwed Utah this year.
Yeah. You think?
I think we overdid it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm burned out.
You know, these cards with Prism, they very much look like Prism. However, Ricky, look what I'm showing up on camera here. A true color blast of Texas.
Oh, I'm in. I'm back, baby. Stick a dino pube in it and give me 3. Woo! That's amazing.
That's an Arch Manning Quinn Ewers.
Yep.
Is that his name?
Yep.
Dual color blast.
Oh, that's incredible. God damn it. I'm back, baby.
Oh,
It's
man.
supposed to have 4 autographs, 8 inserts, 4 silver prisms parallels, 8 additional prisms parallels.
This on-campus insert's an interesting one because it is obviously a take on downtown.
Yep.
But the campus for the college collector, you're telling me if they didn't have Cam Rising and his wheelchair and body cast with the University of Utah somehow in the background, I would absolutely buy that card.
I take back everything I said. I'm all in, baby.
And this is why we have product reviews.
This is
right?
exactly
This is
why.
we do it.
Uh-huh.
Wow, interesting. Yeah, I might be in on some of these.
Yeah.
How about that?
I might actually buy a box. Even though it's the worst idea in the world, you buy what you want. This might be one I have to dabble in a box.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Okay, and then the 2023-2024 SP Authentic Hockey also releases Wednesday, October 30th. There are 9 cards per pack, 10 packs per box, 16 boxes per case, 2 8-box inner cases. I don't know why that is. Does that? imply-
Yeah, just so it's a mini case inside of a case. I don't know why they do it.
Okay. The set size is 200 cards. So there's 1 Future Watch autograph, 1 additional autograph, 10 total collaborations, Evolve or Freshman Focus, 4 Pageantry, 1 Pageantry Red, 1 Spectrum FX Bounty, 1 numbered inserts or premium inserts, and 10 red limited parallels.
Okay, so there's a lot there. The cards look pretty good. It looks like there's some decent patches in there, some on-card autographs. Nothing stands out to me as I'm scrolling through these as really grabbing.
Reminds me of Top
from
Series
design.
1 baseball. Like it's
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's loving every minute of it. But
I will say I'll look at it a little more, especially with Utah Hockey Club being here, but nothing here has grabbed me like some of the other stuff.
yeah.
But it's also good to know.
I wonder how hockey patches are. I wonder if they're more legit for any reason. I don't know why that would be the case, but
Sure. Upper Deck traditionally has done some incredible patches that are game worn. Usually it comes out in the cup,
yeah.
and they're usually a couple years behind on that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's interesting.
Fun product.
Very good. Is that it for the week?
Well, so there was supposed to be Panini National Treasures basketball being released next week, but it looks like it was pushed to December 11th.
I think Beckett screwed that one up.
You think so?
Doesn't National Treasures usually come out later in the year at the end of the season?
This would be for 23-24.
Oh, Jesus.
Yep.
It got pushed. You're right.
But you
Even
know,
more.
like we've always said before in the show, no one really cares about National Treasures anyway.
No. Why cover it?
Yeah.
And then I also kind of looked ahead at what's coming up, and I saw that 2024 Panini Select WWE is coming out, but then you made that comment, and maybe we're not interested in that.
Oh, we are.
Yeah,
Okay.
we are.
But maybe
November 8th.
let's revisit that next week.
Very good.
Okay.
Well done.
Excellent.
Well done. Sarah, thank you.
You're welcome.
Let's let's play her off.
We're gonna take her
the
off.
rest way.
Okay. He's looking. Ricky's searching through the board. And just as a reminder for everyone, on this soundboard, we have like 5 or 6 different pages. Now, Sarah, in part for me to say this, last night we did a Dr. Ghost Hunters thing where her and I got on the microphones for the first time.
Yeah.
And the concept of padding is one that I'm not like nailing it right now. I mean, it's a C+ pad,
Oh, it's
but
great.
it's still a pad.
Oh, it's great.
There was one point I looked to Sarah. I'm like, "Hey, can you pad for me?" And she kind of froze.
She
and
pulled
I
a Garth?
should've- Well, I should have. Yes, that's exactly what it was. And I realized that before the show, I never said that to her. I never told her like what that would mean.
Right.
There's no reason for you to know what that means. But
What
this is
padding
like a
is.
Family Guy pad at this point.
Yeah.
That's how far I'm taking this.
So I'm thinking we mix reel and soundboard. Let's see how it sounds.
Yes.
Let's play her
Well
off.
done. So the applause was the soundboard and fair play was for real. Sarah, thank you. That was great work.
That was amazing, Sarah. Thank you. Oh man,
It's a lot of products.
That is a lot of products. We need to make it over to the card shop, and we ought to announce this. I don't know that we've made a decision on it, but trade night Saturday at the card shop.
Oh, I've got a ghost hunt Saturday.
Maybe I'll go if I have
Yeah.
some time. I'll go and report back what I see.
That would be great. Hey, Sarah, one last thing. You got to remember to set up the camera. Now, while she's setting up camera for our next segment, I have a mail day.
And I did know that someone in the chat room was asking what a pappy is. Are we going to be maybe
Perfect segue. So Utah is a very unique state when it comes to alcohol purchase.
Yes.
Now, there's some good and there's some bad. Now, with this, the good is that for high-end products, there is a cap of how far they can upcharge,
Yes.
which is nice if, in fact, you can find rare stuff.
Right.
And about 7 years ago, Utah went to a system for a drawing for some of the rare stuff that comes out once a year.
The lottery.
Going back to residency, yeah, exactly. It's a lottery. And going back to residency, I was a chief in my residency class, and one of my fellow chiefs, we were out on a retreat one time, and that's where I learned about this bottle of bourbon called Pappy Van Winkle. He was a big bourbon guy, and we found out how rare this was. And of course, because of the rarity and being a collector and a seeker, it immediately caught my little eye.
Yeah.
Now, I was able to find a bottle immediately through a friend whose husband at the time owned a bar. He was able to get a bottle, send it over, and we enjoyed it. And I'm thinking, okay, I'll be able to get this stuff when I want to.
Yeah.
That was 7 years ago.
Oh, how wrong
And
you were.
I have yet to have a bottle since then.
Wow.
So
I remember that bottle 7 years ago.
every year I enter the drawing, the lottery. You go online, you sign up. There are thousands of people who enter for, 5 or 10 bottles. And about a month ago, I do the same thing. Gambler reminded me, shot me over text, said, hey, make sure you sign up for it. And of course I already had, or was going to. And I signed up for it. And then Monday, I'm sitting at my desk eating quick lunch, and I get an email. I'm like, no. It says, Chad, congratulations. You've been entered and have won a bottle of 12-year Pappy Van Winkle. And so today, I got myself a 12-year bottle of Pappy Van Winkle. This bottle, very rare.
Yes.
You could sell it and razz it online for $1,000. I did not pay $1,000 for this.
Far under it, I would guess.
Far under it. But this is someday, whatever the occasion is, we will have a very special celebration when this will be open. But otherwise, it will sit very nicely in the safe at the house of PTTF Studios.
And people that know whiskey freak out over this.
Oh,
this is a huge,
It's a big
huge deal nationwide.
I'm going to put this right back here.
And because it's not just rare to Utah. It's not like that Utah just rarely gets it. It's a rare product altogether.
It is.
They don't make much of this.
Yeah.
And so it's really sought after. Take it to the
Take
national.
it to the national. Hey, how about that? And another one, NSCC whiskey. I think it's probably going to be next show, but we are going to talk about the national in some great detail for people who are starting to plan on next week's episode.
Yeah.
And maybe we're going to have to tease that a little bit. And I know not everyone's a drinker of it, and I'm perfectly okay with that.
Yep.
But it's more about, it's a fun thing. Honestly, you put a taste test out for people who don't know, and so what?
Yeah.
It's just another thing. But just the camaraderie, the fun, the excitement of winning a drawing is kind of what it's all about.
Yeah, definitely. And that could be some fun for sure. And for those that are not whiskey drinkers can hang out with me and we can drink orange pops.
Yep. Hey, no, like I said, it's
No,
more of an
right.
event where we all get to hang out together. regardless of what
Exactly.
you're
No,
drinking.
totally. I'm just saying,
Yeah.
everyone's welcome
Yes.
to come enjoy the experience. And yeah, man, I've been researching what to do in Chicago, and I won't get into it, but I forgot Chicago is my favorite city, and I've only been there 3 or 4 times, but I'm telling you,
It's a lot more than most.
yeah,
A lot more than me.
and the last time I was there was probably 2015 for the Utah Notre Dame football game. We stayed in Chicago, and man, it is such an incredible city. It has so much to offer. Doing the research on what there is to do, I might dip in and out of the card show. There's so
Wow.
much that Chicago has to offer. I forgot
Wow.
about. and so much hobby and sports related stuff I found. It's going to be cool.
Which is unique. And the reason that I'm blown away a little bit for the couple of trips that we have taken together,
Yeah.
I think back to when we went to Harry Potter World.
Yeah.
We went to Beej's wedding.
Uh-huh.
And that part of the reason for our hotel selection right there on the campus is so that we could just like pop in there and then go back to the hotel and have that downtime, which you're a downtime guy. I am definitely a downtime guy.
I am too.
When I'm on vacation. And so it surprises me a little bit that you would say that.
Yeah.
Not in a bad way.
No, yeah.
Just
that tells you how excited I am for the city. And I'm telling you guys, if you've never been, Chicago's the best city in the world, in my opinion. The only downside to it is the cold wind, which you don't have in the summer.
right.
It'll be ungodly hot, but I'd rather be ungodly hot than blowing through that wind, right? Off the lakes.
Dude,
But
yeah, the first year, as a quick interjection here on the temperature, the first year that I went, which was the year of the pandemic, maybe it was 21. God, I went in there. I had that big backpack. Remember the plastic backpack that I wore?
yeah.
That thing stuck to my back. Like you had to peel it off with sweat. I was wearing 2 masks at the time.
Yeah,
like,
I remember.
just dying inside of that expo center. Oh my God, it was so hot.
I've got some ideas. I found some fans that we can wear as necklaces that will blow air on us.
Yes. Yeah, I have those. God,
Yes.
I don't know why I didn't take it at that point. But I think, I don't want to belabor this too much, but I think we'll probably save that for next week's show.
Yeah.
And so it'll be a little bit of tease for people. Ricky's going to be looking at things to do outside the show, and I may agree, maybe not.
Yeah.
But it'll be a fun thing to start planning for those of you who are looking forward to next summer.
Dude, you're going to be, if you come to Chicago, you're going to be able to hang out with your 2 favorite podcast hosts.
And we'll be there too.
Yeah, and we'll be there too, doing an array of things.
Yes.
Some of them illegal.
Well, hold
Allegedly.
on. I don't know. Allegedly.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh? God, who broke? Someone's been tapping into our system.
Yeah, we're getting interference
Yeah,
or
it's so
something.
weird. Put some more tinfoil around here.
Oh man.
I don't want to talk about this next subject because the next subject sucks, but we have to.
Oh yes. I was like, we don't have another segment. We might need to jump into
I
Chicago,
know.
but we do.
But we do.
Damn
Damn it. All right. Look, we get it. Everyone else in this world doesn't have a team that is completely imploded, ripped out your hearts, and made you not want to be a basketball fan anymore.
Yep.
So this segment is for you.
Yep.
I think we have NBA music on that soundboard. Maybe.
do. Thank you for
Let's go ahead and tee that up. Now, this week on Instagram, being that it has been opening week of the NBA, we took to Instagram and asked, who are you excited to collect, whether it's a team or a player this year?
These nuts.
That could have been one of the responses. I don't know how you're going to collect those, but you could. And so we've got a number of responses that we want to go through with you. And then Ricky and I will kind of give people our updates
Yes.
on where we stand for this season.
Love it. Because the listeners are going to give way better answers than you and I.
And we do have a number of those. Are you ready for some of those?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start with Geechee cards. You know who Geechee cards wants to collect?
Who?
Steph Curry, as always, baby.
Of course.
Now, here's an interesting thing. It got me thinking that the one, there are many, probably the most awful part that we can portray in the sports card hobby is market opinions and market advice. So that's directly where I went. And we're going to show people what Card Ladder has to say over the last 3 months for some of these cards.
Oh,
Now, interestingly, we have market change in these. Let me see if I can pull this up. And
Okay.
it's going to be a little bit better visually. So I got to make sure I talk through this for the people who are listening only.
Yeah.
Steph Curry in the last 3 months, future Hall of Famer, legend.
I think part of the reason he's so popular is he made us all believe that, you know how when you were growing up and probably even into your 30s, you thought, hey, if I trained enough, I could make the NBA.
Yeah.
He's proof. Like, oh yeah, average people can just
Yes.
throw up threes.
Yeah. And do it. And I understand, like, super likable.
Yes.
Out of everyone that we're going to talk about, his cards are down the most over the last 3 months. This is why sports card markets make no sense.
None.
What has he done in the last 3 months that has tarnished his legacy?
I
Oh,
wonder-
win a gold medal?
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yeah. You know what? I wonder if it's people seeing Thompson leaving for Dallas
Ah,
and saying, hey, they're not going to be a dynasty anymore. He won't be as hot. but he's still going to be one of the greatest players of all time.
Klay Thompson,
Klay Thompson, thank you. That changed how the whole game is played.
Yeah. It's so silly.
It's silly.
So I bring up the market stuff only because it's laughable.
Oh,
and to
totally.
me, it makes no sense. So might as well just lean into it.
Absolutely.
We have another cardboard_Boilermaker, Zach Eady, of course, as a Boilermaker.
Yeah. And he's projected to have a real great season as a rookie.
I did not watch the game, which was last night of the Memphis Grizzlies against the Jazz.
I didn't catch it.
But
either.
it will be intriguing to see what he does with that team.
I agree. Him and Ja.
It seemed like an odd pick to me. Now, I'm not deeply in the know of NBA,
Yeah.
but it felt odd to me. I loved watching him play during the NCAA tournament.
Our listeners may know better, but I think he's the front runner for rookie of the year.
No kidding.
I think.
Huh. Well, we are one game in, so.
Yeah, but like I think
Just
people
preseason
expect him to be
projections,
a poor man's Wemby, you know.
Yeah. Well, Carter says that he was a poo the first game. You did not hear that incorrectly. P-O-O poo. Big stinky poo.
And yeah, Boston Steve makes a great point in our chat. Us average people are not sons of very talented NBA players. Touche.
Yeah.
But he looks pretty average. He doesn't look like your standard basketball player. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's true.
That's all I'm saying.
But he can shoot the lights out.
Oh,
we have
man.
more. Next up is MC Basketball PC. He sent a photo, which I tried to pull up and I couldn't, but he's excited for the Grizzlies' big three. Of course.
You gotta be.
He's been loyal to the Grizz through some terrible seasons, through some disappointing seasons, and now they could be looking pretty good if Ja can stay healthy.
This shows where I'm at in my NBA collecting, and I don't mean to put you on the spot. I'm putting
Do it though.
MC on the spot.
I'll give you a garbage.
Who are the big three? Edie, Ja.
No, so Ja, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson.
All right.
Interestingly, as I pull up this little card ladder report, Desmond Bane has the greatest change in the last 3 months for the positive. He's up 14%.
What?
Right? Because of course that makes sense.
Yeah.
Up higher than just the standard basketball index over that time. 3x.
Go figure.
Go figure. So how about that? That is a pretty good core.
Isn't that something?
I mean, we've beat this to death, but one of my favorite card show memories was with Carter and tracking down that Jaren Jackson Prism rookie that was jersey numbered. Oh, so much fun.
And our first, I think, Secret Santa. He was I was his Secret Santa. And got him a Jaren Jackson Jr. card or two. I had a lot of fun.
So
those.
we like kind of own his collection.
We do
in a way.
We do. It's the Carter Vault for our cards.
Yeah. Thanks for holding on to those.
Yeah.
That way we can't sell them. It's great. Very good. All right. We have more as we continue on. Wax Museum podcast. His was the most interesting. I would have expected. What would you have
I'll
expected?
bet it's a novel of how much he wants.
Oh, no. He said what? I really thought it was going to be Danny Ainge. I thought he's a classless guy and he would have put Danny Ainge. But no, Kyle's not that classless. And he wrote what we all truly know who he collects.
Yeah.
And that's all Detroit Pistons basketball cards. All of them.
You know, I've always said that about him. He might be one of the best Detroit Pistons basketball collectors
Absolutely.
in the world.
He puts up the facade that he's Pacers, but he's not.
No,
It's Pistons.
no, he has a ton of Pistons memorabilia in his house. We've seen it.
We
He's
have
been on
seen it.
FaceTime.
Yeah. Kyle, that's what you get for writing Danny Ainge, you son of a bitch.
Ah!
The Brilliant PC is going to be collecting Kentucky players because Wemby is too expensive.
I agree with him. I tried to do a little search for Wemby autos. You have to mortgage a house to get one.
Isn't it crazy?
It's insane.
It's so crazy. And on that same note, Sholey, so Boston Steve, not excited about collecting modern cards. The release schedule and the quality is gross.
Yeah.
Those two things kind of go hand in hand. And that's why we look elsewhere. And I think that's part of the reason why I'm not super excited about the NBA season as I have been in years past.
It's one factor for sure. He's right.
Yep. Deputy Dog.
Yeah.
Oklahoma City Thunder.
How about that?
Did well in the regular season last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Uh-huh.
Kind of had a stinker in the playoffs.
They
They're a
did.
young team. They're up and coming.
They're on the up. Yeah.
I don't know.
That could be fun. Hey, I can get behind anyone that's going to support a small market team.
Yeah.
As a small market team
Yeah.
supporter myself. So that's cool.
So that was our last one, I believe. If I omitted anyone, I greatly apologize. But Ricky, that's a perfect transition into what you are excited for this NBA season.
Yeah, so I'm not buying basketball cards anytime soon. They're too expensive, and I got to be honest, basketball's tied for the third or fourth, the bottom sport for me with hockey. I mean, and hockey's on the up, and basketball's on the down. Hockey's going to keep growing, but it's baseball, basketball, or football for me in sports card collecting, and WWE.
Yeah.
Basketball, and then hockey probably before basketball. I used to love basketball. It was my favorite sport growing up. And I've just, between the Jazz and the way the game is played, it wasn't the team sport that I grew up with. I've just kind of fallen out of love with it. I hope to come back. I'll always be willing to come back, but it's just not speaking to me right now. But here are some things that I'm looking forward to this season. The Intuit Dome. The new Clippers stadium has a wall. Like one end, the visitors hoop near the visitors bench.
Okay.
Goes extremely steep up, so the fans can really distract you. And they got Kevin Durant to miss 2 straight last night.
I thought I saw an interview where Devin Booker was talking about it. Like he said something about a wall. He's like, yeah, I missed a free throw, so it must work. And I'm like, what is he talking about?
One end, they go straight up. It's the coolest thing I've ever seen.
I wonder if I can pull that up on YouTube as you're
chatting. I'm not going to ditch the Jazz. I mean, you pick your teams and you stick with them. That's the way I operate.
Sure.
But I like to dabble when my teams suck. I like to daydream about cheering for another team.
Okay.
I think I could get behind the Clippers.
Oh, get out of here.
They're not very good. So now's the time to get in.
Come on, man.
Steve Ballmer? Yeah, this is Steve.
No.
This is Ricky.
No. See, even the dogs are pissed off by
and
this.
Their unis are awesome. Oh,
their unis are terrible.
I can't cheer for James
Ballmer's
Harden.
an idiot.
Oh, he's amazing.
But this wall, I'm very intrigued by.
I want to go to a game. I desperately want to go to a game there. I won't become their number one fan, but man, it's intriguing.
All right. I'm trying to find a good photo of this wall, and I just can't find one.
It's hard. It's hard to see it. But while you're looking, I'm going to tell you a couple of other things I'm looking for.
Okay, sounds good.
LeBron and Bronny. It's every father and son's dream to be able to play in the NBA together.
Yeah.
And I got I realize I'm getting curmudgeon-y in my older age.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is such BS. I hope they lose every game. I'm like, why? I thought it was so cool when Ken Griffey Sr. and Jr. played together.
Yeah.
We need to just enjoy it. Little kid me would have enjoyed it. I need to get back to that.
Okay.
And keep in mind, we'd all do the exact same thing LeBron did if we were capable and could swing it with our son
100%.
or our dad, you know? So I got respect there, and I think I'm going to just enjoy that. Victor Wembanyama. I won't chase his cards because they are way too much, but I will enjoy watching him play. I don't think the Spurs are an offensive dynasty.
Okay.
You know, I got sick of them when they were dynasties, but they didn't bug me as much as the Lakers, the Patriots, some of these other teams.
Sure.
And most importantly, the last year of TNT coverage and Charles Barkley.
Yeah.
This is the best, hands down, pre, half, and post game show in any sport, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I live for it.
It is good stuff, and it is going to be sad. As I've gotten older, you say like, hey, I've gotten a little more. Then you said a big word that I don't know what it is. For me, I have tended to try to appreciate greatness more, as opposed to be an angry fan that it's existing, right? And just being spiteful that it's not my team or my person.
Because when we were kids, we loved it.
Yeah,
we respected it. It didn't mean our team was sucky or anything bad against us. It just you just enjoy it.
Yep. And I wholeheartedly agree with you with Shaq and Chuck.
Yeah. Yeah. Even though Shaq can't stand the Jazz and will shit on him
he will.
Chance he gets.
And Rudy, any chance he gets.
Yep.
Now, for me, you had a very impressive list.
Thank you.
People are calling you out on LeBron. Now,
I don't care. Any of us would do it as parents.
But it's coming from a Boston fan. Boston fans hate the Laker fans.
Tell me, Boston Steve, you would not put your goddamn kid on your team if you could.
People are calling you out for the Clippers comment too. You deserve that hatred for the Clippers comment.
Dude,
that is so ridiculous.
I'm all in on Ballmer. I'm all in. He freaked out. He went like this.
He like
they give him
has
the
a
microphone.
seizure under the.
Oh, he's my guy. He might be my dad.
No, come on, man, get out of here.
I might be Ballmer's kid.
Is this just a bit?
No.
You
I watched
can't-
it last night, and I'm like,
Honest to-
that's my guy.
Honest to God, you cannot look at that guy and say that's my guy.
He's my guy, dude.
Get out of here! You're so old, man.
He is my guy.
I don't accept it.
Yes. And I have to admit, I can't leave the Jazz for him because Ryan Smith might be my guy. It sounds what I'm hearing behind the scenes. He's a Ballmer, but less energized. I just want an owner that cares about the goddamn team.
Okay, that I can get behind. I can get behind that.
Ricky is Steve Ballmer with hair. I'm telling you, man.
I wish that we were still doing show art. Like, I don't have the time to do it, but if we did, that would be a perfect show art for this episode.
Oh, maybe I'll dabble. I'll see if I can dabble tonight or tomorrow morning.
Oh gosh, boy, you're really getting the flack here for Bronny.
I agree. Bronny wouldn't be in the NBA if it wasn't for LBJ.
Yeah,
But you know what? LBJ's damn good enough, and he swung that D around and showed who the NBA what's what. I'm sorry, any of us would do it.
Oh man, I'm in tears.
Bring it on, listeners.
I can't top anything of what you just did. I'm just excited that I got this bottle of Pappy behind me. So I will say,
Yeah, I want that one up.
I stand with Ricky.
Yeah, Cuban's all right. He's gonna sell though, so he's out. And I hate Dallas.
Oh my gosh, I'm in tears. So, I don't have a list, and honestly, for me, basketball. I'm not going to bring this down too much. I'll make this very short and
No,
sweet.
take your time.
Didn't realize basketball was starting this week. Didn't care.
Yeah.
The Jazz. I love. Let me back up. I will come back to the Jazz when Danny Ainge leaves. I don't care where they are.
Yeah.
I don't care if they're on top. I don't care if they're on bottom. I'll join, but I hate what they did. I hate it.
No, I'm with you. And you know, we've had some friends in our personal lives kind of call our group of friends out and say, hey, I don't want to hear all the negative talk.
Yeah.
I want to enjoy the Jazz
Oh,
season.
let's call him out. Boyd did that.
Yep, Boyd, go after yourself.
No, but
Just kidding. I'm
as a
just
quick
kidding.
aside,
Totally
I messaged
kidding.
Boyd. Yeah, I took offense to it.
Oh,
'Cause-
really?
Oh, in the past, sure.
Yeah.
I kicked myself out of the group for being so negative.
Yeah.
I've been back in for the last 2 months. I have not said anything negative. I will not be the negative guy on the chat, but I told him like, hey, I have not been negative, nor will I be. And he said, all right, I love it. I'm sorry. I just want to have a happy experience, which
He
I
was.
get.
And he said a lot of complimentary things about you, which we all agree with.
Oh, and the other thing, yeah,
The other stuff. But no, and I agree with Boyd. Like, you don't need to hear everyone dump on him. But I'll tell you, I won't dump on him in the chain. I won't dump on him in public. But I'm with you. I'm not going to watch a single damn game.
Nah,
No.
I don't care.
I'm not wasting my time.
And the Lauri Markkanen signing makes, to me, as an outsider, and hopefully our chat can help us with this, makes zero sense for what the Jazz saying that they are trying to do in a rebuild.
Yeah.
Why do you re-sign him now? Like, I understand that he is your best player, but you are not going to win a title. You are not going to contend in the next 3 to 4 years. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
So with that,
Now go down to.
down to, here we go. I want to be a clip. You're just getting called out.
I love it. I love
You're
it. Bring
getting
it
called
on.
out. So with this, there is one thing that got me excited for NBA. And what's
Little John's dead on. That those baseball,
read it.
football, and NASCAR do opening day right. The basketball doesn't care about it.
Hey, I would say hockey did as well. I don't know if it's just because of
For Utah, at least.
like our initial game ever.
Right.
But boy, that was a blast.
I heard that was in like
It's
playoff
Shabuzi.
atmosphere. Yeah.
Shabuzi? Shakuzi? I don't know.
Shabuzi.
Yeah, he was doing some Shabuzi
Yeah.
things out there. We were Shabuziing. But yeah, Lauri's not on the Jazz timeline. They really should trade him. I don't get it.
Yeah.
But here's what I did update. Ricky, can you dim the music and maybe go to something a little more dark?
I can.
And I will say that I did put some time and thought into NBA, as I promised you that I would.
Oh, thank you.
I've updated the shrine.
Yes.
Now, several months ago, I received a hate package with a Danny Ainge baseball card in it. Two of the things that I probably could not hate more.
Yeah, that's 2 middle fingers
It is.
right up the poop chute. I don't know. Just trying to be as insulting as I can.
And if you're not watching on YouTube, you need to be.
Yeah.
The shrine has been updated. We have one Danny Ainge 1980s Fleer soaking in a beaker. The card is badly beaten and battered. And it's got a tube coming right out of his face hole. And that tube is now directly inserted into the Danny Ainge Blue Jays baseball card's rectum.
We have an Ainge human centipede?
We do.
What?
In the shrine.
Yes.
The candle is lit. The voodoo doll is still in place.
And we have our religious runner.
And we have our religious runner trying to guide him away from the life of soaking.
But he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Hey, can we get some pins in that doll next week?
Yeah, in the actually in the Danny Ainge baseball, you can see there is a pin in his left nipple.
Yes.
It's a little difficult to see.
Yes, I do see it.
All of this, people oftentimes, just when I'm walking in the grocery store, come up to me, hey, Chad, don't you think you're taking the Danny Ainge bit a little too far?
Yeah.
Like, it's getting old, it's getting extreme. No, I don't think I'm taking it far enough, to be honest. I am trying to do what's right for the franchise that I loved as a child by ridding of this evil demonic entity that has clearly crushed the lives of Jazz fans everywhere.
Now, are you nervous to have the shrine here on Halloween? Danny Ainge might come to life.
Oh my God. I would need a proton pack and I would destroy this basement trying to catch him.
Yeah, you wouldn't care.
No. Oh no.
House be damned.
It would be the end of both of us. Oh boy. That was a very valuable Ainge rookie card.
I'm sure it was.
Was it? It can't be, right?
I don't buy that for a second.
But it did. It worried me a little bit. Is it a marshmallow? No, not a marshmallow. It's actually it's
candle.
The candle. Yeah. It's
just got a little too much shine to it.
Yeah, it does. But yeah, that's what I'm excited for basketball season.
I love it. I love it.
There's the shrine, the update on the shrine.
And as we predicted, we are minutes away from an hour.
God,
so
we honest to God already have another hour for you next episode.
We do.
To tease people, let's remind people of this. I know we said it earlier. National preview.
Yes.
Coming up next week.
And if you could throw up Sully's comment.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yep.
Chad, unfortunately, has a ghost hunt scheduled that night. I'm going to try and make an appearance. So come out, say hello, hang out with me.
Yes, you're talking about trade night at Overtime Cards in Salt Lake City, 106 South in State Street. What time's that thing?
Southeast corner.
Yeah, right by the Taco Bell.
Yep.
Conveniently.
I think it goes on at
usually they
5?
do 5 to 7.
I think that's
when the shop closes.
Yep. And they're having a pretty full day this Saturday. They're doing a kids camp. I saw.
Are you going to go to that?
Yeah. No, but I am going to go trick or treating at their business that day. Think I'm going to try and get a pack of cards.
Like, do you think you and I could put on a kids camp of like podcasting for idiots?
Yeah, I think. Well, we could at least show up and like sign all their autographs.
I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.
So yeah,
trying to grow this company.
This Saturday night, I am planning on stopping by and checking it out. I'll report back next Saturday. But yeah, anyone local, come out and say hi. We are not hard to talk to. No. We love visiting with you. We love getting to know you guys. Anyone local, please consider coming out to Overtime Cards this Saturday. The day you're hearing this, if you're downloading the podcast. Yeah. All right. Well,
you brought the energy today.
Man, I did.
It's well done.
This has been another fun show for Chad. I am Ricky and Sarah. I'm Ricky, the Balmer man.
You're Ricky and Sarah?
I'm Ricky, Balmer's boy, wishing all of you a one of one night. I kept reading the screen so I didn't fade it out.
If you're, the screen's distracting, isn't
It's
it?
so distracting.
But what do you think of having this screen up so you can see it?
I love it.
It's kind of
It's
nice,
game
right?
changing. Game changing.
I think this setup is a really good one.
Yeah, and now we don't have to wait for it to get posted up on
Right.
the TV.
You can see it in real time, and there were even times you reminded me to post some of them when I missed it.
Yeah.
I think the camera situation works out well. I think this is a good setup.
Oh, you've done a wonderful job. You've
I
outdone
think we're in
yourself.
good shape. I think we're in good shape. Little John, yeah, you missed 90% of the show. You know, we should end the show and then we should talk
Well,
about then we can go post on YouTube.
Well,
and
I just have this one thing, and I think Dan will really care about this.
Oh,
It's-
right.
Let me just say this real quick before we lose anyone. Those of you that came in late, Secret Santa, Sunday, the 27th is your last day. It's your deadline to reach out to us on Instagram at Pack of the Future Podcast. Let us know you're interested. Let us know your name and address, and let us know 3 players or teams you collect. I know a lot of people didn't get to hear the second half of the show or told us they didn't when we announced it last week. We included it at the very start this week, but make sure that you guys are reaching out to us. And I think any of you guys in the chat room are probably close enough to us to know that you're either done it with us or will. But if any of you are on the fence in the chat room, like, this is a really relaxing and fun event once we get the cards purchased and shipped over to us. Yeah. So, really consider doing it. We want to make this one as big as we've ever had. And you guys are a big part of that.
Do you know what year it is right now?
Yeah.
It's 2024.
Yeah.
On the ticker, I said 2025.
Uh-oh.
Let's update that.
Oh, yeah.
Whoops it do.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, how about that? Here, I can do it. Hey, there it is.
There we go.
We updated it.
Love it.
That was a good show.
Yeah.
Let's talk. Well done. Next week, timing. So Thursday is Halloween.
Yeah, we're not doing it Thursday.
Perfect. What day? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I think Wednesday works.
If that works for you, it works for me.
I think it does.
I could do any day, to be honest. And I could be here by 5:30 most days.
Okay. So why don't we tentatively plan on Wednesday? My phone is currently the Shrine camera.
Okay.
So I'll take a look at that afterwards. So people watching right now, we'll plan on next Wednesday.
What time?
It seems
6?
like people joined a little bit later.
I agree.
And so
What does the chat want?
Yeah, what's the chat want? I would say 7 Mountain, 9 Eastern, but I want to hear what the chat works best for you.
Yeah. Come on.
For timing.
Come on.
You brought the energy this
Oh,
week.
man. I told you I was excited from this research.
I'm also curious about the shrine can grow. I'm also curious about the product release. We had a much longer product release
Yeah.
today. Sarah kind of did this on her own, and like, bless her heart. My God, I didn't know she was going to do that. I'm curious to know what people would think about that. I think in my mind, we highlight 1 or 2 of the big ones and then still say the rest of them.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I completely agree with you.
Okay.
And you see, I think that maybe we told people 7:45 last week.
And I had it as 7:45 up
Yeah.
until this afternoon.
And I screwed that. I'll just tell you guys, I own that. I reached out to Chad and said, hey, I can come over earlier. So
The rest of 7's good. Join late as well.
would 7 o'clock work for you guys? Give us a quick yes.
7 Mountain
7 Mountain, 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific.
works good for my bedtime.
Don't tell me you joined late. Just tell me if 7 o'clock works or not. Thank you.
We did have a question about haunted hotels near the National.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring a little update on that.
Merle wants to know if we should ask Mrs. Doc what time to start. The meatloaf.
We want it.
All right, let's
Sarah's
plan on
great.
7 o'clock Mountain.
That sounds good. Hopefully
Wednesday.
you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, please like it. Comment, subscribe, makes us happy.
Carter did join on
Carter
time.
did join on time.
Thank you for that.
And because of that, he was rewarded with WNBA, which I don't think you and I would have done if it wasn't for Sarah.
No
And
chance.
Boy, that color blast of Caitlin Clark. Damn, that's a good looking card.
Yeah, no, and I gotta be honest with you. When I was getting ready to do this sheet before I realized Sarah was doing it, I was going to do WNBA. I think that they're significant enough.
Yeah,
they're not in our wheelhouse, but they're significant enough. I think we got to cover it.
And Carter mentioned, 3 products I think this year, and
Prism,
so
Select.
it's And then Origins.
Yeah.
Was the other one. So I think that's a good one. We'll still have her do that research, I think, next week.
Oh, 100%.
I think that's pretty good. It takes a load off of us.
And if
So
she's
that's
good
pretty
with it, then I love that.
Yeah.
Like,
I was impressed she just did it on her own.
yeah.
All right, guys. If there's any topics in particular about the National that you would like us to chat about next week, let us know. Ricky's going to take a deep dive into, has taken a deep dive already into looking at like what other things could be done, or like, hey, if I'm bringing my spouse, like what types of things could be there. And then I can give perspective on what I've seen before.
Mrs. eBay will be with me out there, and we're going to be looking for some stuff for her to do on her own, some stuff for us to do here and there. And I found a ton of great stuff. So it's going to be super fun to tell you guys about what's going on in Chicago. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, topics to be covered regarding the National, we can expand this on this to make it a full national show.
Very good.
Okay.
All right, guys.
Take care.